How exciting is this?
Is it December 25th? Yeah, Christmas has come early. It's been a long process. It's been about 2.5 years in the making. I think since we lost the Super Over semi-final a couple of years ago, this has been in the pipeline. But I think a huge credit's got to go to Andrew McShay, Darren Lehman, and the staff. I think sometimes, having known AB, you don't want to keep poking the bear. Obviously, we want to sign him. Every club wants to sign him. The Big BL want to sign him. But I think credit has got to be given to these guys to actually take a step back and give them the space and time. And yeah, we got there in the end, and it's a great day for Brisbane Heat.
It's a big thing, isn't it? 2.5 years in the making. That's a lot of work going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, look.
And also in front of it too. I'm sure your book had a bit of it.
Yeah, look, I've got to be honest, I didn't have that much to do with it. So I sat back and only found out, about a week ago myself. So for me, it was the hardest part for me was not telling anyone. And you give the word to the boss, and you're keeping this. I'm a pretty open and honest guy, so for me to keep that inside is hard work. But yeah, look, it's obviously today's the day we announced the signing of AB de Villiers, and it's probably the biggest signing in BBL history, in my opinion. And I think what he's going to bring to not only Brisbane, but the competition is something next level that we've been chasing for a number of years now. Obviously, with Brendan retiring last year, it's basically a clean swap with AB, and we're looking forward to not only what he can do on the field. We know what he can do there, and we're just looking for another experienced, world-class champion in the change room. And we do have a young squad, so these guys are going to thrive off it. And I think the biggest thing, AB's twice as experienced as what I am, so I can't tell him how to play the game, but what I can tell him is how to get around Brisbane and look after him. So from the Brisbane Heat point of view, we are family-based, family-orientated, so for us it's keeping him and his family happy and making sure it's not only a one-year deal, it's 3 or 4, however long it may be.
The obvious question out of Brendan leaves, he comes in. Is he an automatic Bash brother?
Well, I'll leave that up for the fans to decide. Look, we do have Maxi Bryant waiting in the wings, but I think AB's got enough credits on the board to do whatever he wants. Yeah, look, he does play a different role to what Brendan has played in the past, but I think, having that guy at wherever he bats 3 or 4 to really anchor the innings, he's a quality player of spin bowling, which Australian batters do struggle with at times. So I think we've got a good balance now with Mujeeb and Zahir coming in, and then AB to strengthen the batting lineup.
What's he like around the change rooms? Obviously, you've played with him in the IPL. What can he really bring for these young players?
Yeah, well, I actually haven't played with him. I've played against him a number of times. So yeah, we only catch each other sort of in the change room after the game or at the bar in the hotel. But what I do know, he's very relaxed. I think he did mention that Pretoria is very similar to Brisbane. I think that's why he made the decision to come to the Sunshine State. I think it's it's very similar to a number of players in our team. We're very relaxed. There is that more to life attitude from him, and I think that's why we're going to see the best of him come out and play that not carefree but risk-free cricket and really entertain the Brisbane fans.
When you Ash Brothers, so reticent to make anyone else want to add anyone to the group. So is it just that his performances on the field in the past? You said there are, the Bash Brothers is more than cricket. It's hunting. There's a few off-field things and requirements.
Yep.
Does he fit the mould in those requirements as well?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think of the fact that he was one of my heroes growing up too, that he can have a free pass into the Bash Brothers. So, as I said, look, we all know what he can do on the field, but for me, it's what he can bring to the change room, away from the game, and the attitude that he brings and self-belief as well. Some of the best innings that I've seen AB play is when he hasn't hit the ball off the square for a number of games and he goes out. He might bluff the bowling group, but he might move across the crease, he might hit balls in different areas that we can't, but just bluffing with confidence is something that our younger batters can definitely be shown, and just the experience of different scenarios throughout the 20 overs, and then again in the field we've seen what he can do. you know, he doesn't need to, you know, for his age, he doesn't need to be inside the circle, much like Brendan McCullum. He's running around on the boundary, keeping our youngsters on their toes as well.
Can he hit it out of the Gabba though?
Well, it takes a special kind to hit it out of the Gabba, but look, if he can clear the ropes, doesn't matter.
He said that the attacking mindset that this team has, that's what he loves, and that's how he plays his cricket as well.
Yeah, so you know, that was that's been our blueprint for the Brisbane Heat for a number of years now, and yes, we mightn't have been as consistent as we would have liked because we do play that very aggressive brand of cricket. So that's the challenge this year, is to actually find that form of consistency and also play that aggressive nature, because ultimately that's why we've been so successful with our crowds over the last few years, is because of the brand we play. And yeah, that's right up his alley, whether it's first ball, whether it's his 50th ball. Yeah, we're going out there to drive the game and do that with a smile on our face.
I know you want to work on your starts as far as start of the season, and he comes in after Chrissy. So, I mean, you can't sort of sit back and think, oh, maybe he's coming. You want to get out from the word go.
Yeah, it's a very good point. Traditionally, we are slow starters, and we don't have the greatest record at home. So, for us, it's all about starting strong and grabbing momentum early in the tournament. Because, as you know, it is a roller coaster, because the season is longer now. So, for us, it's about, you know, there is a short turnaround just after the Sheffield Shield season, so the boys are going to have to be refreshed quite quickly and get stuck into the shorter format of the game. But yeah, the next couple of weeks are really important for the guys playing for the Queensland Bulls and domestic cricket around Australia, so we do hit the ground running. Because, as you said, we can't afford just to wake up after Christmas and when AB signs and then he plays and hope we win, because it doesn't work like that. Because that's why the BBL is such a strong tournament, because you look at every side on paper and you think, God, they're a pretty good team. So there's match winners from 1 to 11 in every team, yeah.
In terms of leadership, Lenny, you probably learn a lot from Baz and over the journey. Do you think AB will add to your leadership capability? You learn a bit from him?
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously just playing cricket, based from South Africa, he's going to have a different mindset to Brendan McCullum and myself. So he's not, he's going to sit back and sort of weave his way into the change room. He's not one to force his voice, but I'll be mad if I don't use him in any situation, whether it be a training during the game. Yeah, or at the bar even, yeah.
When you catch up in the IPL, do you sell Brisbane and playing at the Gabba? Is that a reason he's come over, do you think?
Obviously he's spoken about wanting to play in the Big Bash, as it's probably the second biggest tournament around the world to the IPL. He's always wanted to be a part of it. I think obviously international duties come first for him, but now they're off his shoulders. He can relax a little bit more, and as I mentioned earlier, Pretoria is pretty similar to Brisbane, as he said, and I think the fact that we didn't, it was 2.5 years in the pipeline, but it's the fact that we didn't chase him every day. We gave him the space, we gave him the comfort, and Buff actually wrote him a really nice, lengthy email saying no issues if you don't want to come, it's all good. There's obviously you've got to take care of your family, as Christmas time is all about families and friends and enjoying yourself. So it was something that might have got him over the line, but it was just the fact that we sometimes less is more, and I think that's where the credit's got to go to Andrew McShay and the guys in the office.